guys, welcome back to a new episode of the Xpeng G6 ownership series. My name is Peter from Fuel, and here is my G6. And we are at the car wash, as you can see. I will explain why. Now, as you saw by the title of this video, I am gonna go on ski holiday. Every year I take my family to Switzerland for a week of skiing in the ski season. I know it's a big punishment, but somebody has to do it. And we always go by car. Until last year, that was a diesel Skoda Superb station wagon with four-wheel drive and a big tune on it. That was my daily driver, but I sold that car and bought this Xpeng this year. So now we're going to do it with this one. So it's going to be the first time I take a fully electric car on ski holiday, 1,000 kilometers to the Swiss Alps. And in this video, I'm going to take you through my preparations. And that's also why we are here at the car wash, because my prep for a long drive always starts with cleaning the car. I like to have a fresh car, both outside and inside, fresh, clean, ready for the drive before I set off. So that's why we're here. And I'm going to do a bit more preparation in terms of what I put in the car, tires, packing and all those kind of things. So I'm going to take you along for the journey. And once everything is set and we actually start driving, I'm going to take you along for on the way charging, range and all those kind of things while we drive to the Alps. Now, the car is clean and we're back outside because I want to cover a few basic things that I'm taking with me. It's very simple to be well prepared for a long drive, and it's a lot of simple steps that you can take to make life a lot easier for yourself. So I've opened the frunk, that's where I keep all my stuff, because obviously all the ski gear and stuff is going to go in the boot. And this is the frunk that I've put in myself. If you've seen an earlier video in this series, it's an inlay that I've replaced the Xpeng cover with. So what's in here? Well, first things first, wiper fluid. Simple like this. Obviously I will fill it up before we go, but it's good to have an extra bottle with you, because when you need it, you're going to see that you're going to be running out, and then the next gas station will be 50 kilometers away. So that sucks, and when you get there, it's going to be sold out. So that's also garbage. When you have it yourself, none of those issues will arise. Then some simple things like de-icing fluid for when your window might be frozen, some extra Glaco to keep the windows clean, and also some simple stuff like tissues. And I got some gloves and some microfiber towels and stuff. Just simple stuff to keep your car in good running order. Also very simple, something like this, a little protection cover for your window. We do an overnight stay halfway there, and if I can't park under a cover, then your window might freeze or get snowed upon, and then you have to scratch it in the morning, and that sucks. So that makes life much easier. Costs €3 and will make your journey that much easier. So those are the basics that I have here in the front, things that make your life easier when you need them. You might not need them at all, you know, if everything goes smooth, none of this will be touched. But in case I do need something, then I probably will have it here. So those are a few small things that I take with me to make life easier in case of some kind of necessity. But there's a few bigger things in terms of preparation as well. And the big one is winter tires. Now, anybody who drives to the Alps without winter tires is out of his mind, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I can get the argument that you might not need winter tires here in the Netherlands, but I have a German wife, I go to Germany a lot, and there winter tires are a necessity as well. And especially when going to Switzerland, you can't go around that fact. So I have these Bridgestone Blizzards 255/45 R20, as you can see, on these new black rims. The reason I've gone for these tires and rim combinations specifically are because the rims that the car comes with are ugly and I don't like them, and these are the same size, so I can swap these winter tires off in the summer and put the summer tires on these rims. And my plan is to put these winter tires on the rims that the car came with, because they might be ugly, but in winter they're always dirty anyway, so that's fine with me. But I do think that this black on black combination looks quite nice, especially on these 20-inch rims, especially in the front. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. So that's the big one, because without good rubber, all your horsepower means nothing, and obviously any kind of braking performance goes out the window as well. That's something people often forget. People that put winter tires only on the front are completely crazy as far as I'm concerned. So I think this is a good solution for me in terms of looks, and winter tires as a necessity I think are a no-brainer, and it's certainly worth the investment for extra safety, because in the end I'm in the car with my whole family and everything I care about, so you know, any kind of safety is worth the money. Of course, it is time to pack, and that means putting the 570 liters of boot space to good use. I'll show you what's in it now. Big bag here. We got the green one is all the ski gear, and then some helmets in the black one, but this still has to fit in as well, plus the charging cable, of course. Now 570 is certainly very usable, and it's all going to fit no problem, but my Skoda Superb that I mentioned earlier in the video, had close to 700 liters, I believe 670 or something in that direction. So it is significantly less than I used to be able to fit. So on the one hand, that's annoying. On the other hand, it forces you to pack a bit smarter, which is not an issue. And since I am from the Tetris generation, I have level 579 skills of making sure that this all fits. And that's the last step. Then we're off to Switzerland. Good morning from a rainy Freiburg. We've made it here overnight to our overnight stop, and we have been charging the G6 overnight, so it's full of battery again. Interestingly, the last bit yesterday was a high-speed German highway, so we did 180 plus, and we pulled the entire battery empty in 250 kilometers. So that shows how bad electric still is at high speed at the moment. But still, all the other driving is fine. And we got about 400 kilometers to do today, so that's also good. Should be on one charge, and then we can charge again at the destination. You can see it's raining, so hopefully that means snow in the Alps, and we're gonna get going. Well, as you can tell by the ski jacket, we have arrived. I'm parking over here. Giant parking structure there with maybe 50 charging spots, so pretty ideal. No issues, no weather, no really anything to speak of besides a few traffic jams and accidents, but that's fine. Car behaved good, no issues in terms of charging or anything on the way either. So yeah, all is good. And now parked over there in this parking structure, so by the time we leave again in a week, car will be 100% charged, all is well. So smooth, easy, no issues. I'll see you guys again in a week when we leave. Well, as you can see, life is very hard up here on the mountains in Switzerland, but unfortunately the ski trip is over, and tomorrow we're driving back to the Netherlands. The village that we stay in is car free. That's why I parked the car down in the valley, as you saw before, and took the big gondol up. The car has been plugged in there and charging, so I'll show you what it looks like now. Here on the phone you can see that we are currently at 98% state of charge, and that is because it charged the first day and then stopped charging and the charge hasn't resumed, so that's why we lost the 2%, but that's fine. The 420 kilometers is the dynamic kilometers, as you can see. So that's based on the last bit of driving, which was fast. And of course the bit around Karlsruhe was really fast, so that took a lot of battery for the averages not looking good. The trip back home tomorrow is a little over 900 kilometers, so we're gonna have a few charging stops, but I expect it to go basically as the way here. No real issues expected. You drive, you charge, you eat. So it should be pretty straightforward, but we'll see about that tomorrow. I'll catch up with you guys again once we're all the way down the mountain and on the way at the first charging stop. So with 300 kilometers to go, we make our final charging stop here at a HyperNet charging station. And this is the reality of charging when you're on your way back from a ski trip. You can see there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 parking spots. This one is not working, and it is full here. There's about 6 or 7 Dutch cars here together with us. So this is a reality. It's one of those, you always see these ghost stories about enormous traffic jams at chargers. Well, it's busy here, yeah, but there's no traffic jam or anything going on. We also didn't have to wait to find a spot or anything, so all is well. And I have to say the whole charging experience has been very, very easy so far. 1,000 kilometers one way, 1,000 kilometers back. Yeah, you have to stop to charge. That's the reality of it, and it takes a bit longer than getting gas. Yes, sure, but we're traveling with 2 kids, and my bladder is also not bulletproof. So you got to stop to pee anyway, and you got to stop to eat. And with 280 maximum charging in the G6, no issues really. I mean, it's full before you know it, before you're back to your car. And this one, yeah, it's a little bit off the highway, but it takes like 2 minutes, and then you're back on the highway. So it's none of that is really an issue. And as you can see, like I said, it's busy here, but it's certainly not full. So all is well. So we're going to charge a little bit more till we're up to like 80-85%, and then we should make it back to the Netherlands. And that is it for the trip.